Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna be making something that is my African people, you understand where I'm coming from. I will be making coconut garri. Sometimes one of the things people find difficult, especially we as Africans, because we eat swallow a lot, we like our carbs, is making the keto swallow, especially when you're in a hurry. So I've been thinking how I could just make this garri in such a way that I could just make it with just boiled water. Just put in your hot water, it boils, you make it like you would normally make your garri, and what will make it look as close to the garri we know as possible. And being that palm oil is also very, very good for you, especially for your eyes, I decided to make it the famous yellow garri kind of style. So this is the end result after frying my keto garri the way you normally fry your garri. And this is what I made. This one is a little bit soft. You can make it harder if you want by using less water if you want. So everything in life depends on choice. Nothing is carved in stone. All right, so I will show you how to make this, and hopefully it's gonna make your keto life and keto journey easier. So the ingredients that is needed for this my coconut garri are, of course, your coconut, whether you're using the normal coconut flour. This is just coconut flour. I have not done anything to it because I just want to show you how you can use your normal coconut flour, or if you're using fresh coconut, you just break it, peel out the brown parts, the skin, you peel it off, and then you go blend it. All right, you blend it, and then I'll tell you the next process from there. So what we need is definitely our coconuts, some palm oil, psyllium husk, zetam gum or goa gum. So you either use this or this. Don't use both of them together, and we'll get back. Now the first step is this: we have to process this coconut flour, because normally coconut flour on its own is full of has carbs. Yes, it is keto, quite all right, but it has carbs, especially when you're going to be eating more than 2-3 tablespoons. And then when it comes to like swallow, for you to make swallow, even for a little portion, you might use up to 3 or 4 tablespoons. So for us to do this, we need to at least bring down the carb content of this so that we have just basically the fiber left, because you still have to take into account the carbs that is going to come in from maybe the ingredients you use in making the soup for this. So you don't want to go overboard, but you still want to enjoy your keto garri. And it's been the best keto, the closest thing that I have seen that is keto, that is as close to garri as ever. So the first step is to take the normal coconut flour you buy from the store, the one in the pack that you use for your baking. You take it and you reprocess it. So what we're basically going to be doing, we're going to be taking out the milk, the oil. I know there's not much oil because the oil has already been taken out. So we're going to be taking out the milk, we're going to be taking out every other thing, and we're just going to be leaving the coconut shaft or coconut fiber or the pulp. This is what we have. Now this is my sieve, sieve over my iron sieve in my sink, because I'm going to wash out the coconut milk. So I think this is the 4th time I'm washing it. You're going to wash it until you see the water clear. You see the water that is clear, is running clear. There's no milky color or anything. So that is when you know it is okay. You sieve and sieve. If you need to blend and sieve, blend a second. If you need to blend a second time, you can still do so. We wouldn't want our garri to have the taste of coconut. This is the coconut when I'm done reprocessing it by taking out the milk, the whatever taste, the smell of coconut. We don't want our coconut eba or garri tasting like coconut, and by so doing you reduce the carb content. We're going to start by turning down our heat to about 250 degrees Fahrenheit. You don't want it to be too hot. The coconut is going to be like this, so you need to break it up when you put it in your frying pan. You can also easily do this in the oven too if you want. And I will start by frying this. As you fry, you want to break up any clumps. It's either that or when you are done frying, you have to blend again. So when this thing has heat up a little bit, it has to be very hot. At least you have fried it, maybe dried halfway. It's time to add our palm oil. You want to add your palm oil a little at a time. I know that people who traditionally fry garri add their palm oil on top of the garri, but I like adding mine on the pan and allowing it to heat up. You have to make sure the oil mixes in too very well, and then if it's too yellow for your liking, you keep adding more coconut flour. You keep frying it until you get the color that you want. I think this is a very good color. Why I didn't add everything at once at first, it's so that I will have enough space to mix in the palm oil. I am done with the frying, but like I said, you can always also do this in the oven or stove top. But there's a little difference here. Now this one, after frying it, you see the way it is? It looks like your normal garri. You see the way it is? It's so beautiful. But I blended this one again. Now the texture is smoother than this. This part already looks like the normal garri, but this one looks it looks smoother. So you might either want it this way, or you can reblend it when you are done, or you can fry the coconut on its own, blend it, and then add the palm oil. So I'm still going to blend that to a cup. Let me see. Okay, I just want to do this. To a cup of this, I will be adding a tablespoon of psyllium husk powder, half a teaspoon of guar gum or zetam gum, so assuming you have 5 cups, that is 5 tablespoons and 2.5 or maybe 2. If you're using zetam gum, you use half the quantity of the guar gum. They are not the same thing. So I used half a teaspoon of guar gum in there. So if this is supposed to be zetam gum that I'm using, I'm gonna use 1/4 teaspoon. So now this is our Garri. All right, seeing is believing. We need to make some. This is about a cup of hot water. My Garri is ready. Pure coconut ever. To have some soup. Thank you for watching. I will see you in my next video. Bye.